viewers, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Whoever watching my live show from Facebook and YouTube, I do very welcome you in my live video. Today I'll speak about some important reason of refusal of asylum claim. This asylum claim and the visit visa refusal is the top in UK Home Office, where Home Office refused many asylum claim. Based on my experience, and I collect data from different refusal letter and decision, I find some common reason of refusal. And in this video, I'll speak about the reason of refusal, why majority asylum claim are refused by the Home Office. If anyone claim asylum in the UK, if you are aware about this reason, might be it will helpful, or if you have a potential substantial interview or screening interview nearby, might be the information will be helpful for you to go through face the interview. Now, one of the most common reason of refusal is credibility of asylum seeker. This is the top reason of refusal asylum claim. Wherever you come from, where you come from Asia, where you come from Arab, where you come from in Africa, the main reason of the Home Office refusal is credibility of of the claimant. Now, when you first claim asylum, you know the process of asylum claim probably, that you can call, make an appointment, one option, or you can give seek asylum at the airport once your plane is landed, or you can seek asylum at the time if you encounter or arrested. Whatever situation, if you seek asylum, you must give a statement, you must give an interview that must be credible, coherence. Now, you give one version of story at the time you first give your initial interview, or first for asylum registration time, and you give different story at the time you give your initial interview or screening interview, and you give totally different statement at the time you give the substantial interview. Therefore, it is very important for you to understand that you need to give a coherence and a story and the incident, the reason of refusal, so that each statement match each other. Now, we say substantial interview is very important, but of course all the interview is important. But you need to understand that if the Home Office want to refuse your application asylum claim, they can use your initial interview or the interview what you give at the time of registration. Now, what the most of the asylum claim do a mistake is they sometime, because they are nervous, because they didn't take proper advice, they just give an interview to the Home Office, and lack of that lack of the advice, lack of the knowledge about the asylum system, the law relating to asylum, the asylum claimant cannot give the correct information to the caseworker. And when the Home Office find, for example, if the Home Office ask a question, okay, you came from Syria to Greece, then you came from Syria to UK, you must give a correct date when you left Syria, when you reached Greece, and when you came to the UK. How you travel? Did you travel by lorry, or do you travel by dinghy, or any other form of travel mode? Why you didn't seek asylum in France, or why you didn't seek asylum in Greece? So these types of information you need to give correctly. Based on my the deal, when I see the asylum claimant from Syria or Iraq, in Iraq, for example, they give a statement, their father, this is the most common story, their father or their brother was a member of Iraqi Kurdish group or some armed group, and then he didn't agree to go ahead, or he some other conflict, and then his uncle or brother or his mother arranged his departure from Iraq or from Syria, and then he traveled to somewhere, and then some people helped to come to the UK. So these are the most common types of story. But what I would suggest is to give the correct information to the Home Office, because if your story is common to other hundreds of applications, then it looks like it's not a credible claimant. For example, if someone came from Bangladesh, most of the asylum claimant they use that they used to do the party in opposition currently, for example, BNP or some other political party who is not in power. And if they're required to return back to their home country, they will be tortured, they will be killed. They're not feeling safe. So this story is common story. So it is very important you give a credible statement throughout the whole process of your witness statement, of your interview, whether it's screening interview, whether it's substantial interview. Or if you require to go to court, you need to give also a correct name, because the Home Office caseworker, especially when they will do the substantial interview, it is very important, because these people who take your interview, they are very professional. They interview thousands of asylum seekers. They understand whether you are telling the correct story or false story. Now, when you made a false story, for one false statement, you need to make hundreds of false statements. And that, make you an incredible claimant. So, what is the important is credibility. Credibility is very important. If you can establish your credible witness statement, if you are a credible person, if you are a credible asylum seeker, more likely your asylum will be successful. But if you fail to convince the caseworker that you are a credible asylum seeker, your application, your claim will be refused. The second most important, I would say the most important is claim asylum in the last minute. Especially for those who originated from Pakistan, Bangladesh, these countries have citizens, when they seek asylum last minute. For example, if they work in a restaurant, the Home Office raided the restaurant, they caught him at that point, they seek asylum. This is very disadvantage your asylum claim. It is apparently looks like you use asylum card to retain yourself in the UK, and then you invent some story. You give one story which is different from your next statement, without getting that, because you don't had an opportunity to seek legal advice that time. But my advice will be, if you want to seek asylum on your first opportunity. Don't seek asylum the last minute. If you have a problem, if you have an issue to return back to your home country, seek asylum at the airport. Seek asylum while you have visa in the UK. Don't seek asylum when your visa is going to expire, or don't seek asylum when you're arrested by the Home Office. That's not the right time to seek asylum. So, but if you look at the Middle East asylum seeker, from my experience, I work with many Syrian and Iraqi nationals. They seek asylum at the first opportunity. I have many clients from Arab. I saw they seek asylum in the airport. They seek asylum in when they cross the border. So these people, they have better chance to succeed their asylum claim than those who seek asylum at the time they're arrested by the Home Office. Secondly, the third reason of refusal is fail to give proper accounts. So this is another important reason of refusal. So if, for example, you are from Afghanistan, because so from my experience, what I see that the Afghan national give the same kinds of story every single asylum seeker, apart from some difference, of course, some exception. because many Afghan nationals came in the UK as a minor, and they use because when I start work on Afghan, when I see their file, I see 10 files, for example, the same story, only name is different. I don't know why it's became the same, but it's from my experience, maybe same solicitor filed the asylum claim, and he or he, maybe the same legal representative or the advisor, used the same story. That's not right. As a human being, as a nature, the story should be different. Now, in Afghan nationals, the way I see that their father was taken by Taliban, or they want him to join the Taliban, he is scared. Then by help of his mother or brother, he left Afghanistan, and then he came to the UK. And he doesn't have any contact with family, with father. What happened, he doesn't know about it. So this is the story. This is not correct. You need to give an account of your asylum claim, and proper, acceptable accounts, what happened while you was in Afghanistan, and then what made you left the Afghanistan, and from the Afghanistan, how you went to Serbia, how you went to Greece, how you went to Greece to Romania, then how you came to Italy, from Italy how you came in France, and then how you from France to you came to the UK. You need to give the correct accounts, which seems to be, looks like is a genuine story, a genuine, you are telling your life story, what happened to you, how you travel all this area, why you failed to seek asylum in France, why you failed to seek asylum in Spain, because you travel through this country. Because the principle is you must seek an asylum at your first opportunity. So fail to give proper accounts. Now you tell the immigration officer, well, I travel from Syria to, or from Afghanistan to Russia by train. Then you say, I came, I don't know what happened. Then after how long you was in Russia, you didn't tell. Then you came by a lorry. Then you came by some other way, dinghy. Now where you was, how long you stay, who help you, who provide you finance, all this information you need to give. So proper accounts. The time, if this is, I gave an example of departure only, so it's not only departure. You need to give accounts for why you scared, why you feel unsafe to return back to your home country. You said the Taliban, for example, Taliban take your father, they want to take you. Now you, for example, now currently Taliban in power. If you look at in Syria, the ISI was in power. So now maybe you are giving a substantial interview. So what made you risk your life to return to Syria? So that's what overall, whatever fact you tell the Home Office is, you must give a proper accounts of the incident happened and how it related to you now to make yourself to claim as a refugee. The fourth reason of refusal is, and I would say, although I put in fourth, but it's similarly important for asylum seeker to understand the law. It is not only the lawyer responsibility to understand the law, it is your responsibility to understand the law relating to refugee. Now, if you can understand the law relating to refugee, it will be very easier for you to give the correct answer. Remember, if you just tell the Home Office, I'm scared to return back to India or in Ghana because if I require to, Al-Shabaab will kill me or the current government will kill me, that will not help you to success your application. You need to set yourself as a refugee at the definition of refugee. Now, the definition of refugee is given by refugee, the Convention on the UN Convention on Refugee, Article 1, and same the spirit what set up in immigration rules under Immigration Rules 327, Part 11. So what it say? You are in the UK And because of your belief, because of your particular social group membership, because of your or political, or because of your personal belief, because of your religion, because of your sex, because of your color, you scared, in plain, you scared to return back to your home country, and you are unwilling to return because you will face torture, you face for unlawful killed because of your belief, and you are unwilling to return yourself. So if you can establish, if you can set yourself overall circumstance at the definition of refugee, then you'll have a good chance. Now, as I said in previous 3 reasons, in understand that you have to be set yourself in the refugee, the definition of refugee. Now, if you give a proper account, you give a credible accounts. However, if the Home Office see you are safe any other part of your home country, for example, if you're from Kabul, Home Office may say if you are safe in any part of in Afghanistan. If you are from Baghdad, they could say you are safe in another part of Iraq. So this is what that they can tell you to move to another part of your country and you can live over there. So that's what you have to be understand. So when you give your accounts to the Home Office, you need to understand what the law is relating to refugee. What are the case law? What the Home Office could decide. To understand the Home Office position, accordingly you should give the answer in the substantial interview. The 5th reason is fail to include other potential claim with your asylum claim. Now remember, if you cannot set yourself, or if you cannot, if your asylum claim not succeed, still you have a chance to get leave to remain on other grounds such as humanitarian protection claim or human rights claim. When you seek an asylum, it's a good best opportunity for you to include other potential claim in addition to asylum seeker. For example, if you tell the Home Office that, well, I'm from Iraq, right, or I'm from Syria, if I'm required to go, my life is not safe. Now you can include here Article 2. If you have other family rights, family and private life in the UK, for example, if you live in couple of years in the UK, then you can include your private life. What is private life? Private life is different from family life. So private life is your connection. You are integrated with the society. You are integrated with the community. That is what the private life is. So you need to provide evidence. When you give your evidence, when you give your interview to the substantial interview to the Home Office, you need to put forward your position. You need to put forward how you integrated in the UK. Take a bundle of paperwork, take a membership club. If you work in any voluntary organization, take a letter from them. If you work with the community, mosque, take a reference letter from them. So show it to the caseworker and show your private life. You can include Article 2, right to life, so that if I'm required to go, the case by case, if your circumstance suggests you will be killed, you can claim right to life. So this is, you are including your human rights on asylum claim. If you will be tortured unlawfully, if you have a medical issues where you will not get treatment, if you have a severe disease, you can raise this as a human rights claim on your asylum claim. So in addition to the asylum claim, you can also include your humanitarian claim. You can also include your human rights claim. When you include all these claim in addition to your asylum claim, then the weight of your claim will be very high. So if the Home Office refuses your asylum claim, there is a chance they could give you your you leave to remain on the basis of human rights. If they refuse your human rights, they could give you leave to remain on the basis of humanitarian protection. So when you put forward humanitarian protection, human rights, or asylum claim, all put together, Article 2, Article 3, Article 6, all this, when you'll put forward, then either one, your application will be successful. So that's what I put in fifth reason, they fail to include other potential claims such as human rights or humanitarian protection. So these are the 5 common reasons. There are many reasons where you can, many reasons to refuse asylum claim, but 5 top common reason is: number 1, credibility of asylum seeker. Credibility is very important. If you fail to establish you as a credible statement, you gave a statement in registration 1, you give the statement or interview at the screening interview, which is different from your previous reason. You gave a totally different story at the time of your substantial interview. So it's different story each other. That is lost your credibility. Or you go to the appeal stage, you give a different story. So you must give a credible statement to every single incident, every single opportunity. Whenever you interview, whenever you give a statement, it must be credible. It is very important. Remember, Home Office asks question, very technical question, and you have to understand the purpose behind this question. Second reason I said, many people, especially from Bangladesh and Pakistan, they claim asylum in the last minute. Last minute means either when their visa expire or when they will be arrested in a raid by the Home Office. That time they claim asylum, which is looks like they just use a card to retain claim leave to remain in the UK. Last trump card. So, but Arab people, I work with them, they claim asylum at spot at Heathrow Airport or Dubai, wherever their first opportunity, they claim asylum. Third reason I said that fail to give proper accounts, how you left Afghanistan and how you reached to the UK, what happened between this time and between this way. And if you cannot give the proper accounts, that is, there is a chance you lost your asylum. Fourth reason I say, fail to understand the law. It is very important to understand the law, because if you can understand the definition of refugee, who is eligible for refugee status, then it is very easier for you to give the correct answer to the Home Office. The Home Office will ask questions to find a clue so that they can refuse your application. But you know what answer will set you in the definition of the refugee. So if you can seek correct advice rather than just rely on a solicitor, receive correct advice from 1 to 3 different solicitors. Understand the law, do some research by yourself. I know many Muslims had no opportunity to do this research, but at least if you speak to a lawyer, what is the law relating to asylum? The foundation of asylum seeker or refugee is Article 1 of Refugee Convention. Just if you try to understand the definition of refugee, Article 1, you will understand 50% of law relating to asylum. 50% will be complete. What is the definition of refugee? Okay, and then you can understand third party location, another place location. So if the Home Office could replace to tell you, okay, you are not safe in Chittagong, move to Dhaka. You are not safe in Accra, move to another city. So that is what you need to understand. That's what when you discuss with a lawyer, they will give you the correct information and you will understand the basic law. Okay, what the advantage of to understand all? The advantage is when you will interview, you will understand why Home Office asked me this question. What the purpose? Maybe Home Office try to make me an incredible statement, witness, or they are trying to give me put me forward with the other way. That, for example, they could tell you, well, you are not you can you are not eligible for refugee, or there's some other reasons. You'll understand the law and you'll give the right answer. That's why you need to understand the law. Okay. And the fifth one, what I said, the reason is, fifth reason of refusal is fail to include other potential human rights claim, other potential humanitarian claim. Remember what I said, that asylum claim, when someone seeks asylum, the Home Office under an obligation to consider his other human rights. So if someone seeks only asylum to recognize himself as a refugee, or someone seek asylum on the basis of stateless people, right? In that case, you can also include your human rights claim. But of course, if your circumstance suggests, I'm not suggesting you to make a false story. Okay, if you have this, if your circumstance suggests that you have issue of your human rights, Article 2, right to life, you will be killed if you require to go back to your home country. Unlawful torture, Article 3, that the authority or any social group, the political party, or any group of your country or regional group or any person, even your family, will torture you or will kill you, you can seek asylum. So this is human rights claim. So in addition to your asylum claim, you can also include your potential human rights claim, Article 2, Article 3. I said Article 8 also, if you have a potential private life claim or family right claim, you can include it. In addition to that, in addition to that, I said you can also include your humanitarian protection claim. So when you will put forward all these claim at a time, then the weight of your claim will be very higher, and there is more chance then your application will be granted by the Home Office. In this video, I speak about the 5 common and top reasons of asylum refusal. If any of you, any of your application has refused by the Home Office, please go through the refusal letter, and I'm sure you will find at least 3 of the reason I explained. Credibility, seek asylum last minute, fail to understand the law, fail to give proper accounts. So these are the common reasons of asylum. I hope who watch this video, if you understand what I'm trying to say, and if you have a potential claim in future or substantial interview in future, it will help you. If you are feel free to share this if you need to let the community know. I'll take some question now. I know many people make a comment, so I'll have a look what the comment are. I think I claim asylum at the airport. Very well done, Irfan Sharif. I do believe you have a better chance than what I said. Shugdab Pakrel, can tier 4 student dependent upon company or not in UK, please? No, if you are not in the UK, you can't open a company by yourself, but you need to give instructions to someone who will verify your identity. So this is all about today, viewers. Thank you very much who watch, share. In my next video, I'll speak about some European law. Recently, a decision came from Home Office regarding the right of benefit right of EU citizens, those who have pre-settled status. I'll speak about it in my next video. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Be safe.